The cults that tortured me, those were intergenerational, interconnected cults that my parents' extended family and their friends were a part of. So KKK, Nazi, Satanic, and some other cults, side cults. They were so deliberate in using popular songs and Christian hymns and nursery rhymes and children's songs and body language, very specific body language, and colors, and very specific everyday objects or things that we would see out in the world as a deliberate part of mind control messages, negative messages meant to tell us to be silent, that the cult is all powerful, that we would be killed if we talked. Um, so base programming as well as some others. And it is so well thought out and deliberate. And they know that we will constantly be confronted by those things in society. And so then those messages to be silent, or that we are not safe, that we will be killed, that the cult is all powerful, those will constantly be set off and reinforce that we are not safe and that we cannot talk, which is doing the work for them, even if we have managed to escape. So it helps to recognize some of those popular cues, or like cues that have been used for us, which is like a cue is a trigger to set off mind control messages, and to notice how we're feeling, or if we suddenly start hearing things like be quiet, be silent, you're making it all up. That's another one to keep us quiet. You imagined it all. You're just trying to get attention. Like, all these things are things that they have said and are part of programming. And if you start hearing it repeatedly over and over and over, and suddenly, especially if you have been talking about the cult torture or dissociative identity or pain or trauma in the body, it's good to notice where the trigger was. There are also body language, very specific cues that they use. There's so many. But it's good to notice, because then we can go, okay, even if I can't figure out this specific cue, I know that it's been set off, and I know that these are old messages. These are old messages taught to me by cults, and they are lies, and I don't have to believe them, and it is still safe to talk to someone who I trust. Or if you have escaped and you are safe, talking in public if you feel safe enough to do that. I also recognize mind control when it's going on by a sudden desire to hurt myself or kill myself that seems to come out of nowhere, or having those visual flashes where I was taught to do those things, and very specific visual flashes, like showing me ways that I would hurt or kill self visually. I can also notice programming set off when I have very specific tough guys, hard parts inside me who are trying to suppress silence or frighten folks inside. That means that they've been triggered out. And then it's trying to, again, figure out what the root of it is, or if we can't, just at least talking to them and saying, like, can you see that this is the present, not the past? We're not being hurt anymore, and the cult lied, and they are not all powerful, and it's okay that we talk, or we do whatever it is that they're trying to stop us from doing. Those are just a few things that helped me as a cult torture survivor that might help you too if you're also a cult torture survivor, or if you are someone who's working with a client who is.